Chubb with the Cleveland Browns.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. That one, first play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
A gain of a yard.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Touchdown, Browns.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown.
Baker Mayfield with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Giants nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
10, under 10, 10.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Brings up third down.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
Mayfield now from the 50. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Hakeem Butler.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down, Cleveland.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Odell Beckham.
Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route.
Correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
To 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Giants nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to...
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and one is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
On first down, Barkley. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Again, it's Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Jones on first down, going for it all. And this one is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. From the gun, Jones, the Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And it's third down.
To throw, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
For Golden Tate.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yeah.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check back, check back. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Stop your whining.
Throwing again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gano the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And again, it's Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
The tackle made.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
To Nick Chubb.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Mayfield down. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Olivier Vernon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And inches at the 23-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 15-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Giants' 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
David Mayo.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.